Hey, what's up, guys? This is Encounters of Every Kind. I am the creator of this series. We're here with the cast of episode 1. We're just going to ask them a couple questions and then we're going to dive into some cool ass talk. So, everybody, just introduce yourselves.
My name is Juan Estrada, and I'm playing my dad.
My name is Elijah Marthone, and I'm playing Phil.
Hi guys, I'm Eden Patran and I'm playing Missy.
Alright, so the first episode was on an alien abduction that took place in the 80s. Before we get into aliens and abductions and stuff like that, what was it like being on set for you guys? Whoever wants to go first. Okay.
It was a pretty cool experience doing it for my first time, and we got to see some cool things. Sometimes we were getting a little freaked out. Remember?
Yeah.
Getting kicked off of set and everything, but
Yeah.
I felt like it was a pretty good experience for the first time of us directing or whatever.
Yeah, film.
Yeah, filming.
Great.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, likewise. I would say the same. It taught me a lot about myself, definitely, and it honestly gave me kind of inspiration to get into acting and things like that. Because originally I was homing out, but then I was like as I was doing it and stuff like that, I was just like, oh wait, this is fun, and I actually like this, and the learning the lines and being on set and honestly seeing the end of it too and seeing it all come to fruition was really cool.
It was pretty dope. I was happy, yeah, because I feel like I've gotten closer to everybody, you know. I've had experience, well, how to say it? I'm starting to get the experience, you know. But overall, I just had fun because I do want to take this seriously, todo. But yeah.
So, what do you guys think? Okay, when asking you guys to be on the set, what did you guys have any self doubt or nah, I don't want to do this, or what when I first asked you guys what went through your minds, and just be, you could be as honest, it's okay, I don't know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So whoever wants to go first. You kind of had no choice.
Yeah, like what she said, I honestly didn't really have a choice. At first, I didn't really want to do it, but after getting talked to a little bit, I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. But honestly, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. We would just go, film, leave, do whatever I had to do, and then film again. But I'm not gonna. It was a pretty cool experience and overall. But yeah, I had fun, but I don't know. I keep saying but.
No, we'll get into. Well, I know what I think you want to talk more about the experience, but we'll get into it. I'll ask you guys about the hard part about it all, and we'll get into the days that we're nah, we're not, we're tired, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But whoever wants to go next.
Estrella Mountain, right?
Mhm.
You guys need to control your little cars or whatever, because when we were trying to film, I kept on hearing people making donuts. That's just annoying.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and the wind? Oh my god. What else?
Yeah, we
And
did
the
have
fucking
some
police
struggles.
officer? Not trying to be fucked up, but you
The
security,
trooper
yeah,
or
whatever you were,
For the part, the
Yeah.
little part.
yeah.
You guys need to leave, right?
I'm saying, you guys know we close in an hour.
Every time.
Yeah, seriously.
You didn't see the same cars every time.
I know, it was so annoying. You guys were annoying. Just let us do what we had to do. We were not doing drugs or nothing. Literally, we weren't. We're just acting, you know. What else? I think what was what was hard about what was hard about it was for me was to remember the lines and stuff. But what's the word?
Improv.
Improv. Improv helped me a lot, you know.
Improvise, yeah.
And what else?
You guys did really good, on
did.
under pressure. All of you guys did really good.
Yeah.
That took me a long time to get to that point where I could do good under pressure.
It was just our first time, so I bet you everybody was on.
Well,
we're still
nervous.
I was nervous, yeah.
Production.
I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
yeah.
I was nervous because I was like, damn, you know, this is new to me, you know. What else? And I do get camera shy still. You know, I get camera shy. What else? But I did have fun though. I'm really, really happy. And that was the best summer ever. Like just to hang out with you, and everybody else. That was a dope ass summer.
It was.
It was so dope.
And crazy
Yeah.
that's gonna be a year next month,
Oh,
guys.
oh shit. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially because like it was such a core memory for me too. I feel
Yeah.
like I'll definitely like be looking back on that a lot. But when you had first asked me, I really didn't have a thought. Like it wasn't anything that like I was really dwelling on. I kind of just said yes and then forgot about it for a little bit. And then when the time actually came, I was like, oh fuck. Because
I agreed.
Yeah, it was hard to kind of like conceptualize the whole set and everything. Because like I kind of had like an idea on the story, but I haven't read like the full script at the time.
Gotcha.
But I was excited nonetheless, and like the whole reason why I agreed to it was because I wanted to like put myself out there more and be able to be like in front of the camera and stuff and not be nervous or be shy or anything like that. I
Yeah.
mean, like Eden was saying, I still do get shy and nervous in front of the camera, but it's a lot easier, especially when you're on set with like people who you start getting familiar with and
Yeah.
you start cracking jokes and everything too.
Yeah.
Like it takes a lot of the pressure off.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely core memory.
Heck yeah. I love it. I love to hear it. Okay. So what was your guys' favorite part about filming and what was your least favorite part about filming? Or whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
My favorite part was to get ready. Oh my god. I
You
love
love
it.
that.
I loved it. Yeah. I would, take a shower, blow dry my hair, either straighten it. I had to wear the wig at
we
first.
tried
At
the wig
first.
a couple times.
But
yeah.
then
Yeah.
you said to promote myself or something.
Yeah, I just,
Yeah.
And I love that so much better
Yeah.
though. Like
Yeah.
I can't imagine you in the wig now. Like I just love your dark hair so much more.
It's so
Thank you.
beautiful, yeah. It's so
Thank
natural.
you.
It's so you.
Shit, I'll wear a wig and different contacts, But
Future episodes.
for future episodes.
I was
But
like, yeah, you're kind of doing that in the next one
Oh, that's right.
when you had like the contacts and everything.
You had contacts.
oh shit.
Oh, and the makeup.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
no,
where
you
I
were
was
doing the
acting
damn thing,
possessed?
Yeah.
Oh my god, no. And then I had to wear that
No, but that was really good though. You did
Yeah.
so good.
Second one, yeah. I was like, wait, I was like, what part?
That
I
shit
know.
That was freaky.
That shit was freaky. I was like, god
Yeah, you're
damn,
welcome.
like
I did a good job.
Yeah, we got DP over here.
yeah. My least favorite part was it was fucking hot.
Yeah.
It was hot.
Oh,
Like my makeup was
Yeah.
melting off, and I was like, you know what, my pores are opening. Like I'm gonna get pimples, but it was worth it though. It was
Yeah.
worth it.
we were,
Yeah.
it was what, like May, June?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit was hot.
Around that time.
It was hot.
Yeah.
I just remember it being windy.
For real. Honestly, I feel like we got everything. Like we got rain and the sun
yeah.
and like
got
we got
hurricanes,
literally
everything.
everything.
That one day you drove down here and it was raining.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh! Yes.
Oh my god.
That's terrible.
It was storming.
Shit, I'll move back here.
But honestly, with the I enjoyed a lot of it, but I try. It's hard to try to find something that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
Um,
What was challenging for you, I guess, personally with
Personally, it was kind of just like stepping more so out of myself and like just like being in the character whenever we were filming, because I feel like a lot of the times I was like so in my head about like how I looked or how I was acting or like how the delivery was,
Yeah.
and
You're so natural though.
It-
It's so
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, it took me a minute to get in it, but like after I was in it, it was a blast the whole time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What about you, Juan? Juan?
Nah, I think it was all cool at first, but there'd be some times where I'd just be a little irritated coming back from the gym. Come back from like a stupid sparring and they'll be like, "Are you ready to film? You ready to film?" I'm like, "All right, I guess."
Oh, you just got beaten up on. Stuff.
Yeah.
You got tired.
I'm all tired, exhausted, and they'd be like, "Are you guys ready to film?" And then we would have to go. You had to put on that little mask.
Yup.
Nah, but the experience was pretty cool.
Yeah.
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 So,
Sit back now.
what was favorite scene? Thank you. Yes. What was
I
the
would
favorite
say my favorite scene was when we were shooting the like the light scene, when like the light was coming in through the window,
Yeah.
and we were like looking out, like asking what it was and things like that, and the whole time that we were doing it, like I always imagined the like special effects and everything in my head, and Yeah, I always saw it as like the bigger picture, so it was cool to see it all come together. You just see all the hard work and everything that you put in.
Heck yeah. What about you?
My favorite scene was it was the whole thing.
You loved it all, huh?
I loved it all. Especially when would we act like when would we film, like Monday or Tuesday or the weekend?
Man, we
Whenever we could.
whenever we
Whenever
could,
we
yeah.
could.
Whenever we
So-
could.
It wasn't a storm.
Honestly, yeah, cause we gotta keep checking the weather and
Yeah.
making sure that everything was good.
So like when it
Yeah.
comes to like the day of, I just be so excited, and I just have like, you know, I would be so freaking happy. Like I was so happy. What else? But my favorite scene was when I was driving the.
Oh, when you're
Yeah.
driving?
you
Oh.
love
I was
Girl.
pressing that shit. And, like I was pressing the gas, especially with the fucking boots and stuff. I was scared because I'm like, damn, like these boots are kind of heavy, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took me a minute to like really get used to it. But I was really happy though.
Yeah, you
So
were having
happy.
a little driving lesson
I
at
know.
the same
I,
time.
I was looking all pretty. I was like, oh my god, look at me. I look so pretty.
You did really good. You did amazing. You guys all delivered. All delivered. What about you, Juan?
I think my favorite scene was
I'm gonna cut that
when we were passed out in the car. Me and Elijah, or me and
Yeah.
Phil, my bad. We just kept looking. I kept looking at him and I started laughing.
Dude, this
So we
guy,
had to
I had to
retake.
stop looking at him for a minute because I'm just like, no.
We had to
I'm not
retake that scene about like 10, 20 times. I was just looking at him and he would be like, holding his laugh, and I was like, I don't know how you do it, but I'm not.
Yeah,
But I would just keep laughing and laughing. But I think yeah, when we were passed out in the car, yeah, we had to go wake up or look for Missy. She was just knocked out in the back.
She was gone. She was
It's missing. Missy's missing.
Missy was missing.
Where's Missy?
Where's Missy?
You guys had the giggles for so many scenes.
I couldn't stop laughing. No, I think it was only me.
No, you. It was like a trickling effect. You,
I don't know.
then Elijah, then it was
Then me.
It was
Oh,
hard to be
God.
serious after that.
I couldn't be serious. I was every time I was looking at him, because he was doing good at one point. He was like doing too good, and I was like, hey, I said, where's Missy? And he was like, oh no. I was like, oh. Hold on.
No, yeah, Missy.
I think that was my favorite scene.
Did you have a favorite?
My favorite scene filming with you guys. It was like when you guys are like, "Hey, the radio works! Oh my god, let's turn it up!"
yeah.
That was my favorite. And
I
then
forgot about that.
when this guy's like,
Is that a
"Oh my god, is that a what is that, guys?"
a bomb?
And you guys are all like, "What is that?" I thought that was my favorite part.
a
Out of it
bomb.
all. Yeah. The climax of it, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I feel like if my reaction of like the whole bomb thing, I feel like if I were to see somebody in a mask and a knife across, like, because you know how it was dark,
Right.
I would have been fucking scared, and that would be perfect.
Yeah.
But
Honestly,
thank God
yeah.
nothing like that happened. But also my mind, what I would look like across, especially since it was dark and we were in the mountains, I'm like, oh shit, like Skinwalker or something.
Yeah,
You know? I was like, oh my God,
yeah,
I'm
that
looking
was
at
it,
something.
dude.
I'm sorry.
Saying a word, I know.
SW.
Yeah, you did. You said it a couple times.
SW, sorry. It's a sensitive word. SW. Southwest. But SW.
It was a pretty. I feel like at night it got eerie, huh, guys?
It did,
pretty
but I
cool
feel like that
Yeah.
also helped with like the acting and stuff too, because I feel like with like how we were like with like the blinding light and how like you couldn't hear and things like that, I feel like it was easier to put yourself in that situation when it was getting darker, because it's just
Yeah.
like it's getting spookier, and yeah, especially with like the shit that we saw and stuff too. It,
Oh,
it definitely
That
put it
little
into.
What'd you guys see? Tell them what you saw.
Nah, I didn't really see much.
You
I
did-
just remember we heard a little bird. We were tripping. We were like, is that a bird or what is that?
Oh, this was at
That-
night.
Remember it was like on the side? I don't know how to explain it. So this is a truck. It was like right there. You guys were all, you guys not hearing that, remember?
And it was darker out, huh?
Fuck that.
Like there was no birds out at that time.
I don't know.
Was that? And then didn't we
I
see?
do remember. It was a weird noise. Remember?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It
no, I
wasn't a
remember the
bird.
weird
It could've been a
noise.
bird, but
It couldn't,
We were
but it
tripping.
was weird, yeah.
It was, and I feel like that's what kind of like leans into like the SW, just because,
SW
just because like
Southwest.
they like have the like the noise where it's like it almost sounds like that, but like you know it's off,
It's
like
not
it's a little off from what it normally sounds like.
yeah.
And that's usually when we left. So
Yeah, we were.
Because the lady will come. Security.
yeah,
You know what time it
exactly.
is? You guys have to
You know,
leave
the
in an
flashing
hour.
orange lights. Oh, here she comes.
30 more minutes and you guys gotta go. You know that, right?
Dude, you
Like,
guys,
okay.
they put a sticker on Mikey's car.
They gave him a ticket.
Yeah, remember we had to go and tell them that we're.
Oh, that
filming?
we're from the same group.
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember they stopped over there first. Oh my gosh.
Oh, poor Mikey. But we didn't have to pay it, so
Thank God.
thank goodness. Yeah, they were.
I'm surprised they never recognized
It's
us though. Like we
$20.
literally had the same clothes on,
Same clothes,
the
same
same truck, yeah, in the same spot, and
It was fun. It was a good experience, man.
it was.
Do you guys remember the UFOs we saw?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Do you
Yeah.
remember?
I remember we were by an airport, so it was like a little bit debunked.
No, I'm pretty sure one of them.
No,
it looked like a star, bro.
I remember.
It
Remember
looked
it
like
came
a
from
star.
the
That's how
mountain?
they do it though. Like
'Cause
they
at
make you
first-
think that, like, because remember that one video I was sending you when I was driving back, and I was like, bro, like, what is
Oh
this?
my God.
And then it ended up being the moon, but like it's
No, but
not.
there was no moon
That's what
out.
I'm saying, which
Yeah.
is why it's just like who's playing me? Because
Elijah, you have to explain that.
okay.
That was freaky. I saved that video, by the way.
I was
I see
driving back from one of the filming sessions, and it was after I had gotten like closer to actually be in town, and I'm like looking up as I'm driving, and I see like a light in the sky, but like on everything it's not the moon, and it was moving too, like it was moving with me as I was driving. And I started like pulling my phone out, and like I was texting Elizabeth, and I was like, bro, like what is this? I was like recording and zooming in, and like for the first maybe like 10 seconds of me recording it, like it was what it was. And then like I like start zooming in on the video, and then like forms
morphed.
into a moon. Yeah,
Yeah,
like it literally
it
like
morphed.
changes into a
Yeah.
fucking moon.
I have the video, yeah.
And I'm looking at it on my phone, and I'm like, oh wait, that's the moon. But then at the same time, I'm like, I can't explain how it didn't look like the moon, because obviously like, it wasn't a full moon or anything, so it was like the little crescent.
Like a crescent, yeah.
But like it wasn't
it
that
was
when it
close.
was first coming out. Yeah, exactly. So I was tripping balls for real. I was
And then
tripping
it
balls.
just disappeared, right? It
Yeah,
literally
after-
turned into something and just...
after I recorded the video, I like put my phone back down, and I was like staring at it the whole way that I was driving, and I think I got distracted by like a song or something. I was feeling the music, but I like looked back up at the sky, and it was gone.
It was gone. There was no moon out that night.
Mm-mm.
It was a clear sky.
Yeah, I know. And then it took me a second to like click, because that's the only thing that made sense to me. I was like, oh, it's the moon. Okay, like I don't need to freak out or anything like that. And then I started thinking about it again, and then especially when it was gone, I'm just like, wait a second.
That was trippy.
Wait
I
a
still have
second.
it figured out.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain that.
Do you guys... Did anything supernatural, like alien, happen to you guys after filming this stuff? I mean, that was yours.
That was mine. Yeah,
That was
for
yours.
sure. I don't.
Do you feel like anything alien was happening? to
Hell
you?
yeah. Yeah. I wasn't scared though. I wasn't scared. But yeah, like when we were filming, I just see like a little UFOs, and I'm like, oh shit, come pick me up. I don't want to be here. Not on some suicidal shit. Not like that, okay? But I don't want to be around humans, so okay? I'd rather vibe with the fucking aliens.
They came to Earth, they said, hell no, this ghetto. This planet.
This ghetto, yeah, ghetto.
They say ghetto ass planet.
But actually though, when I was like, when I'm like, well, of course I still live in Florida, but I was outside of my house, right? And I was watching my little brother play with like kids and stuff, and I was so annoyed because I'm like, okay, I just came back from like running, you know, and I was tired. And then I look up in the sky, and then I see like a white light, and I'm like, oh, it's an airplane. What the fuck is that? It was like, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, wait, I've seen these little shits before when I was filming. And it was like,
No lights blinking.
no lights were
Yeah,
blinking.
and that's how you like. That's what you look for. You look for like the lights on the wings.
Yeah.
No
And
blinking
I
lights.
was like, Edwin, come here. He's like, where? And I was like, look. He's like, where? And I was like, look, up in the sky. He's like, oh my God, it's a UFO. And then my fucking nosy ass neighbor, he's like, oh no, it's something about Elon Musk. Like he's throwing like little spaceships. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of my face. This is not your business.
I'm
Like it's
Stop
not your
trying to debunk
business.
this.
Like you're doing too much.
Let me live in my delusion.
Yeah.
Let me live in my delusions, okay? I don't want to be in this earth. Not a suicide again. But yeah,
Alien.
it was an alien, and I know it's an alien, you know.
Yeah.
But whenever I think of aliens, like ever since I was young, like I've always wanted to like learn more about aliens and the documentaries and everything, you know. In one of the cartoons of like Scooby Doo, it was when he was like they got abducted by aliens, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to get up. Well, let me take that back because I know like there's people that had like bad experiences. I'm not trying to be mean, but I would like to encounter an alien. I would like to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a lot on my mind ever since you showed me the like Dolores Cannon videos and like how she has like done like the hypnotherapy with like
You all made all three of you watch that.
yeah.
Wait, can I add something?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys all have Aquarius in your chart. I'm a big like astro head. I'm like in charts and stuff. You guys are. They say Aquarians. Actually, I'm Pisces, but Aquarians are like the aliens of the zodiac. Like they're like connected. They're the
That and,
weirdos.
like we all have like our generational sign is Aquarius too. It's like the age of enlightenment and things like that.
There you go. We're in the age of Aquarius. Yeah. You have Aquarius in your chart too, don't you?
I do. It's in my Mercury or Mars.
They
one
say
of the
that
two.
that if you have Aquarius in your chart, you're a starseed. So you guys are like connected. I have Aquarius in my chart, I don't know. But you're connected to like the aliens, to like the higher frequencies. But Dolores Cannon was a hypnotherapist, and she did like one episode where she got people who were abducted, right? And she took them back to that point where they were abducted. And in their hypnotherapy, they're in contact with the aliens, and she's like talking directly to them. They're like
So they're
talking
communicators?
through
they're
them? They're like talking through the person that
Yes.
she's evaluating.
How do you
Yes.
know that they didn't just implant that for them to just say that?
Well, these are the same people that didn't have like any memories or anything. Like it was. I remember she was saying about how they were like driving on a freeway, and so the person that she was hypnotherapying, the person saw a car lift up into the sky, and when she was talking to the aliens, she was asking them, you know, like when they were taking the person, like why did you like take the whole car? Why didn't you just take the person? And their explanation was, oh, because then there'd be a car on the side of the road, and then people would ask, what is their car doing on the side of the road that's empty? And because it was like she was going out to get lunch for them.
Yes.
And when she had gotten back to like the actual office, it was like they were like, we don't want it, like it's like 3 p.m. already, like it's time for us to go, like we don't want lunch anymore. And she had missed like 3-4 hours of the actual day. So I feel like that's why they couldn't. I feel like that's kind of why you have to actually believe it, because it's somewhat unexplainable.
if you haven't experienced something like that, right?
Exactly, yeah. And then
You don't understand it.
even with like the supernatural and stuff too, like it's hard to have like an explanation for the unknown, because like
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know how to explain
Right.
it.
You never experienced it. Yeah.
Well, it's just like our the alien convention that we went to, and the lady, one of the abductors or
Abductees.
abductees,
That one man?
that he saw, that he like got like so happy that he's been so content with life because he's been feeling
That
so at
experience that he
peace.
took.
Oh wow.
Because
And
of-
He said that he seen a UFO go right over his head.
And that was over him, and that he just felt so enlightened.
But like she was saying, like those are like the people who see it for a reason. Like it's never a mistake that like you see a car being abducted, or you see somebody being abducted, or like a UFO sighting or anything like that. Because like they're so like
Trying to
high,
stay. Yeah.
like that you would think that you have to see it on purpose, just because like I don't feel like aliens make mistakes like that. You know what
Right.
I mean?
no.
Right. Do you remember? I don't know. I know you guys watched it, and I know it's probably a while ago because I messaged it a while ago. But do you guys remember that she was saying that the UFOs down here are like the little Martians? Like their frequencies.
Oh, yeah,
they're
yeah,
they're
yeah.
allowed to come into
Yeah.
Earth because there's like
And
the
the
ones
ones
that
that can't come, they'll just die.
yeah they're too high vibrational for us. Yeah.
So what vibration is
remember
Earth?
Aren't
Lower
we like
vibration.
aren't we like the third 3D down here?
Yeah, definitely we're 3D, and
We're
then
3D.
time is 4D.
Yeah. Or
I
don't
thought
know, I know
4D
we
is
talk-
when you see it through the screen.
no, 40's 2. That's 2D. I'm sorry.
When it's flat.
Yeah, because like there's no depth to it.
No, like I meant like not 4D. What is it's like a new one.
The 5D.
Like, but if you think about it, because they're saying like it's a whole nother world inside your phone.
Yeah,
when you record
5D.
it.
Oh, in the phone, it's 2D. You're living in
No.
a 2-dimensional world.
No, not okay. You're not getting what I'm saying.
It's
Like,
a low vibration. What are you saying?
Wait,
Say it.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
okay, so like obviously it's flat. Like your phone is flat. It's like a flat picture. But they're saying there's like a whole other world inside your phone when you take a picture. Like,
Well, they say sometimes that like whenever you like record or take a picture or anything, like that moment is
it's frozen.
basically yeah, it's forever. And like they say
Yeah.
like don't
That's it.
don't like record yourself doing something like negative or anything like that, because like it every time it gets played, like it lives on and it keeps repeating itself, and like that's basically like a spell that you're casting of like
Cause like snap memories, does snap like
yeah.
that's like snap. That's like snap memories. That's why when you see yourself, like I notice that I see myself do the exact same things that I do that exact day on my snap.
I was gonna
memory.
say I would get memories, and it's I'm doing the exact same thing that I've
And
done
I'm hanging
like
out with the
3
exact
years
same
ago.
people.
Yeah,
Or I'm wearing the exact same shirt, and I'm like, okay, now it's like getting repetitive at this point.
yeah. Or like I would be listening to the same song, and like it's kind of crazy listening to the same song like that too, because I always think back. I think back to myself when I first listened to it, and it's hard to like conceptualize that person because like I've grown from that time.
Yeah. Their past self.
Exactly, and it's kind of crazy because like I listen to music now and I think like, okay, I wonder where I'm gonna be the next time I hear this, like in 5 years or whatever the case is. Like I wonder like how I'm gonna
Deja vu.
elevate. Deja vu is
deja
a
vu's
crazy thing.
Deja vu is actually your past self, because it says like in your
Oh,
past.
no, maybe
I feel
deja
like
vu
it's
is just a
that.
memory we forgot and we're just redoing it again and we're like, oh wait.
It's either like the past
That's
self.
deja vu.
No. Actually, no.
recorded
Actually,
it.
deja vu is actually a Mandela effect in our lives. Like we changed something in our okay, so
Past
like
life.
you know how our past life. So we've obviously done something wrong where we're like, I'm having deja vu, so we changed it, and so we thought we did it already. So it's like Mandela effect, but we didn't do it because we changed like that 1 second before that we did it. Because in our past life, like it's like us living through something, and it's like don't do that. And that's where we're always like, wait, like I've seen this before.
Well, I feel like that kind of also coincides with like dreams and stuff too, because I feel like there are certain times where it's like I've been here before, but like sometimes I think it's a dream. But it kind of goes back to what you were saying about like how like dreams could be like messages to like not repeat something that you've done in your past life, or to not live like the same
Yeah,
thing
I
that
can see
you're
that.
doing.
Yeah, but like low key, like they say dreams is like a whole nother different like.
It's another dimension.
Yeah, like that's when you sleep, you're like in a sleep one.
Definitely, but like what's to say that like that dimension isn't like receiving, like that person, that whoever that is in that dimension isn't receiving, or in that dimension I guess, that you aren't able to receive like prophecies or the future or anything like that.
Well, because your brain cannot create anything. It's what you've seen before. That's why
It's
like
what you've seen before, or you're
what you-
remembering what
or
you've
what
already
happened,
forgotten.
or what's already happened.
Because that's what that lady was saying. I don't know if you watched that whole
The
live
Lars?
that you know, River Styx or Styx River. I watched that whole live that you sent me that one night, and she was saying that you're not learning anything new. You're just remembering the stuff that you've forgotten, and that kind of goes back to like the past lives and like how things are passed down from like your ancestors, whether that be like grief or gifts or trauma or whatever the case is, and kind of just like how you like live not the same life, but like you live like a parallel next to the people who came before you.
Yeah. That goes into like the whole time thing too.
Honestly, yeah, no,
Time
and that
frames.
also can go into like realities and like parallel realities and like how you can pass through.
Well, that's
one
like astral
like,
projection.
Is it astral projection or is it quantum physics?
Quantum physics. Because you've heard the theory where what you did in the past, it's still playing right now,
Yeah,
and you
different-
could just be.
Well,
all
everything happens at once. Like your
Right, there you
past
go.
is happening at the same time, your present is happening at the same time, and your future is happening at the same time. It's more so just about where your conscious is in that moment and what you're experiencing in that moment. Because I mean, even when we first started doing this, my conscious isn't where it was then. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I mean, like I could always look back to like the memory or the thought of what had happened, and that kind of is what gives you identity. But to like look beyond, I feel like is also interesting too, because like there are definitely like psychics and people out there who like aren't trying to scam you,
Right, it's their gifts.
and I can't imagine like that kind of
But if you-
perspective that they have.
So, what I was saying was that when my dad was getting ready for the Crawford fight, my mom, damn, I don't know if I should, fuck it, I'm just gonna say names. So I had family members. Well, of course, they're still alive, you know. But at that time, my dad was in a different state. And it was me, my mom, and my brothers. Alani, she was like a baby too. So we were all hanging out at the apartment that we used to live at. Turns to find out, that apartment, it used to be a cemetery, a hospital. Like, that's just fucking old as shit, you know? And so,
That's scary.
we were just hanging out, and then I guess like I heard screaming from my apartment. Keep in mind, me and my cousins were outside, staying with like my tia, my tío. Other people were inside the apartment with my mom, right?
Yeah.
And so turns to find out like my mom, she got sick. She had like really bad anxiety todo. And what had happened was that apartment was fucking creepy. I remember when I walked down the hallway with my little brother, right? And we went inside the kitchen. And I swear to God, like I put this on everybody, like on everything. There, like here's the kitchen, right? And then here's the table, and then we had a patio. I saw 2 red eyes, and I looked back, and I was like, maybe it's a microwave or something, but no, it was 2 fucking red eyes, and I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? And I was like, I would say like 11, 12 at that time. Edwin was a baby, and so I remember when I ran back in the bedroom, and then Edwin ran back with me.
He saw it too.
Yeah, and in my room we had like I had mirrors in my wall, so I was sleeping facing the mirrors. And
Ooh.
when I was young, I didn't know what that was, but that apartment it already came with the mirrors, you know. And so I remember when I would be sleeping and I would look up and I would sleep with a nightlight, you know, but I would see something different, and I'm like, what
In
the
the
fuck?
mirror?
Yeah,
They say mirrors are portals.
I know, fucking portals, you know.
So you shouldn't have them like facing your bed.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was just so bad. And so like days later, I remember when I was in the bedroom with my mom, cuz I felt weird. Like
Scared.
I was scared. So me and my siblings, we all slept together with my mom. My mom was reading like a Bible, you know? And she turned the channel to like the Bible people, you know? The Christian people.
Yeah.
Don't no disrespect to you guys. Um and then the TV started changing by itself. And I was like, what the fuck? And then my mom's like, Mika, like just calm down. Like it's like don't think about it too much, you know? And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like I started getting scared. And then she tried to call her brother, and the calls didn't go through. It didn't go through. And so I remember when she told me like to close my eyes. And I closed my eyes, but as soon as I like opened my eyes, I see this like it was like a little demon or whatever. Like his face was like really fucking ugly. Like he had these like really weird eyes.
Ooh.
And I was the only one that had seen it. And keep in mind, like when I used to go to school, I would like see like a figure like following me, like a shadow. So that's why I never used the school restrooms ever. And so I was like, Mom, are you seeing this? And she's like, what are you talking about? She thought that I was like going crazy, but I had seen that shit, and I would never forget about that face because he was ugly as shit. He was fucking ugly.
Where'd you see it? Did you see it like in front of you, above you, or
So
at your door? Or, like,
no,
how'd you
so
see it?
like here's a bed, right? Here's a closet, the TV, the door to the hallway, vanity right here, and the restroom, right? So he was like coming close to my bed.
Oh, it was coming closer.
Yeah.
Could you move and stuff?
No, I was awake, like the lights were on. I was the only one that seen it, but my mom couldn't see it, and my siblings were asleep.
How old were you?
I was like 12 years old, 11.
I was gonna say I feel like that kind of goes with like how like kids can see like
In the other
like a certain
realms.
dimension, yeah, and
Yeah.
like how like obviously your mom couldn't see what you were seeing
Yeah,
because
she-
she's so. I feel like that kind of goes with like the whole society aspect of like getting so like ingrained into the physical
Yeah,
that you are so detached from.
The spiritual.
the spiritual. Yeah, and I remember when my mom, she tried to call her brother, but the calls didn't go through. And so when we just got our stuff and we up and left, right? And I remember when I was younger, like I had like this really weird, it wasn't pain, but like this pressure in my spine. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So he arrived there, but the thing is, he didn't get inside the apartment. When he opened the door for us, we was having a hard time opening the door, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? Remember when my uncle, he grabbed us, and you know, and I didn't went to school for like a month, and so we just started going to church and stuff. And what I had noticed about the church people is that they were putting fear into my mom's head. They were putting fear into my siblings' heads. You know, like they were saying that, oh, the color black is bad. Like, you know, Disney is bad. That Harry Potter is bad. that Halloween is devil's birthday. All they were doing was just like putting fear into our heads, but we weren't doing nothing wrong.
Right.
The fact that they were, the people were like manipulating like us into thinking that, oh, like this is bad, this is bad. But that's why, I mean,
You don't agree with that?
I don't
religion?
agree with it, because I feel like in a way, like, just because you see a pastor doesn't mean he's good. Just because he says like, oh yeah, I believe in God, you guys should roll this way, doesn't mean he has good intentions. I'm not saying they're all like that,
Right.
but you got to be really fucking careful with what you believe in, or who you know, like, surround yourself with, because you don't want to live your life into fear.
Right.
And I remember when there was like this shadow that used to follow me. And of course I didn't want to tell my parents and freak them out, you know? But it's because like when you go through shit like that, it's like you don't know how to explain it, because since you're a child, like, people
It's
won't believe you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know what's crazy?
What?
There's they say sometimes, like, I guess as you saw it as a real kid, that's like considered like a spiritual awakening, right? But they say sometimes when you have these awakenings, they're like scary. They're like Twilight Zone like that, because you're in it, but you don't know. It's like Spider-Man coming into his powers, but he doesn't know what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with you in the spiritual. But it's like so confusing and so scary because you don't know what's going on.
Like, that's why I don't mess around with like this whole like Ouija board or whatever, because you're opening doors into some, like, to the unknown, whether it's good or bad intentions, you know.
Right.
And I remember when I was like in sixth grade, and there was these students, they were right next to me, and they were playing Charlie.
Oh,
And I was
remember
like,
that.
I fucking hated it. And they're like, can we use your pencil? I'm like, fuck no. Hell no, you cannot use my shit. And that's why, like, when it comes to people like playing like these stupid ass games, I'm just like, bro, like, you're literally playing with something
When
that
stupid games play stupid prize, or play stupid games win stupid prizes.
exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. That's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember one time in middle school they made me play the Chucky game.
Bye.
You know what game is the one where you like close your eyes and you're like about to faint? I forgot how it goes, but I remember I did it and I literally saw him. I was so scared.
You did?
Yeah, because we were it was at PH when I went to PH.
These were all like trendy things to do as a kid, remember? Just out of
Was
nowhere. I
that
feel like
the whole,
everybody.
Bloody Mary. And
Oh my
God,
shit
yes.
Like that. And that's why I don't mess with shit like that, because like whether or not it is a fucking joke, like, you are inviting like that kind of experience
Yeah.
in. And
The
I do
energy,
not. I
yeah.
don't fuck with that.
No.
That's like the same thing with like organized religion and things like that. And like I was telling you the other day, I feel like religion should be more so for yourself and like the relationship that you have with God or source or whatever, and like the fact that people feel the need to spread the word of God,
Yeah.
Or kind of like force it.
basically, and like
Yeah.
I
No
mean,
shade,
we
no
can
tea.
we can really get into
No
it
shade,
all
no
too.
tea. That's for another.
Don't
Honestly,
take it
all
personal.
shade, all shade, all tea. Because if you're out there trying to tell people what the fuck to do or how to live their lives, like, you're weird as fuck. And if you're not worried about yourself or your children or the family that you're living or whatever the case may be, like, you already have too much on your plate to be concerned about who somebody else is fucking or what they're
Yeah.
doing or what they want to do with their lives or things like that. Like, you have better use of your time, bro.
Exactly. Like, that's why, I mean, I believe in God, but like my own way, you know. But it's like, I hate it when other people, they try to force that religion onto me. Like, no, it's supposed to be this way. I'm just like, fuck you, you know. Like, I do believe in God, and I know that my intentions are always going to be good, you know. That's why, like,
Especially because, like, there's like other religions and stuff too, and like obviously like Christianity is one of them, but
Yeah.
for to have a Christian try to tell somebody who is under another
Belief system.
belief system that they're wrong or that their God is wrong or that they're going to go to hell or something like that because
Yeah.
they're not listening to the word of God, even though that's
Their
the
word of
same.
God.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's so weird. Like
It's
it's so
weird,
hard to
yeah.
put into words how strange it is, because like what gives you the right or the audacity to tell me that I'm wrong or that you're right, in that
Yeah.
sense? Especially because like it's been proven time and time again that the Bible has been mistranslated so many times throughout history, and that it's not a shocker to believe as though like white men haven't gone out of their way to influence religion
Right.
to have it like work for them or have like society work for them. And that's why
Control.
colonialism and shit like that is so rampant in like the Native American culture, the Black culture, the Hispanic culture, because there's always some white man trying to insert himself somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
I
yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you go back to it, I mean, what were the natives, the Africans, everybody was.
Especially like when you think about back to like how you were saying, I was gonna bring this up earlier, but like with like being Mexican or like being
Yeah.
black or anything like that, you obviously come from your own culture and things like that. And
Mhm.
for Christianity to tell you that the Day of the Dead is demonic
Evil.
or things like that, like that's your
Yeah.
whole like ancestral thing
your
and everything
culture.
like
Yeah.
that. Like how are you supposed to connect with yourself if that's evil?
Right.
And
Exactly.
so like that's what I mean, like it's hard to try to like listen to that shit when it's so far from you, you know what I mean? Like it's
And especially if it's been passed down.
mhm.
If it's like longer than you, like why are you questioning it?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you can obviously pass down a Bible, but it's always gonna be fixed or someone's gonna add something. But
Well, even
Right.
then, at the end of the day, like you can't give somebody faith. They have to be able to like have that connection with God, which is why I'm so like adamant about like the relationship is for you.
It's between you and God.
Yeah.
Because you know, if it's a bad relationship, that's something that you have to work on, and you being peaceful or holy to other people isn't going to fix that relationship if you're not having the conversation or if you're not
Exactly.
putting it
internal.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and not
I
only
agree.
that, like finding it within you, or I think it's like tradition too.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, especially with like using your hands and like doing things. Like I hate using a dishwasher. Like you will not catch me using a dishwasher.
That's kind
Um,
of gross.
And I feel like it's because like the way my mom's raised me by like just doing things by hand, and like I know I'm gonna get it cleaner better than a dishwasher is.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's basically like that. Like just knowing that you're gonna do better than like a Bible can or like better than whatever it is, because it's all inside you.
Yes.
That's why I just be worried about myself and, you know, the people that I love and stuff. And I don't get into other people's business. When it comes to religion and shit, you know, like, I respect how you go about your ways, but don't ever, like, try to force that shit upon me. Like, because that's fucking annoying. Like, there's been so many people that it's just like, oh, no, this and that. I'm just like, shut up, you know?
Yeah.
Especially on social media. You know, like, those Christians, like, when, like, I think there's, like, a LGBTQ, like, parade going on, and then there's always like close-minded people that are just like, oh no, like,
Yeah,
you
you'll see
know,
them with like the signs and shit, talking
The sign
about
is
how
so
like
annoying.
pray
I've
the
seen
gay away and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
especially at like Pride
They're
and
going to
everything.
hell.
Mhm.
yeah, like shit.
Yeah,
So
all
what?
those festivities.
Yeah, like that's
Arizona's
why.
notorious for that.
Mm,
Yeah.
for sure. I remember walking like at school. We would have it was an open campus, so we were like able to leave for lunch. And every time you would try to fucking cross the street, there's somebody standing there with a Bible talking about, oh, you want to hear about the Word of God? It's like, bro, I'm trying to get this burger. Like, if you do not get out of my way, like,
Or I'm waiting in line to go see Snow the Product, and they're telling me because that's a gay artist, like, oh, you're going to hell. Like, how dare you guys? Like,
I also think about it too, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, their impact, like the power that they have to make you get up and get out of bed and drag you here. You're not even paying for a ticket,
yeah.
and you're still wasting your time. Like it's baffling to me.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think that goes back to the whole discernment.
Definitely.
You know, you just know
Definitely,
people's
definitely,
vibes, just
definitely.
like you. Like you say, I don't like the vibes. Yeah. Well, I think that's where.
On that note.
Yeah, on that note, I think. Do you have anything to say at all? You want to leave off on a note? Just leave off on something. What do you think before we do? Because we haven't really heard from you. What do you think about like religion, organized religion, spirituality, all in a? You conclude this, and we're gonna end here.
To be honest, I don't think that I'm in a religion. Now that I'm an adult, I just believe in God and what He could do for me, and obviously I'm not in a religion right now.
You just live in the human experience.
Yeah, honestly, and yeah, I think everybody's human, so they live their own experiences. I can't really judge anybody. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, that is our first podcast. Thank you.
It's been real. Absolutely.
Yeah. Bye, guys.